Hello, this is Robyn of Heart Guided Intuition, and it's the weekend of April 11th and 12th, and I just felt like doing a bonus reading. The idea came to me of what do we most need to know. It's a general reading for whoever feels drawn to watch this video, and you don't even have to feel drawn to watch it like right now. If this is a year from now, if you're watching this like a year after I'm posting it on my YouTube channel, and you feel called to watch it, then by all means watch it. So, okay. So again, my name is Robyn, and I'm going to use a combination of tarot and oracle cards, and I'm going to do a general reading of what do we most need to know this weekend. So this is a general reading. If you would like a private reading, please go to my website in order to read about how to schedule one with me. It's www.heartguidedintuition.com, and I'll have the link below. And also, please subscribe to my channel. First of all, it makes me really happy if people are enjoying the videos. And if you are enjoying it, it would be great if you could just click that little subscribe button below. And there's also an extra little bell that you can click and to be notified whenever a new video is posted. Okay, so with that, I've already done the shuffling and I've pulled the cards. And the question I asked is, what do we, a general reading, what do we need to know right now, this weekend, which, can pertain to times in the future. But for right now, what do we all need to know? What is a message from Spirit that wants to come through? Okay, so I'm going to turn over the cards. So give me a minute as I kind of look at them and see what's coming through. Wow, so far, beautiful energy. Wow. Okay, and I have oracle cards too that I'll turn over. Okay. All right, so the first set of cards, and I'm using a combination of tarot card and a spirit deck. Six of Pentacles, which is the card of reciprocity, being in a position to be charitable, being in a position to be giving with your resources. It doesn't have to just mean money. It can also mean being very generous, generosity. And this is the Sun and the Moon. Now this sometimes, if this is a love reading, it can be the Sun and the Moon. People who are opposites, who complement each other and work really well together. And I would say, as a general reading, I would read these two cards as being reciprocity. There's reciprocity between, there's a duality here with the Sun and the Moon. There's a duality, and there's a give and a take, and there is a reciprocity that's happening between the two opposites, the two, like the Sun and the Moon. They're symbolic of two opposites, two opposite nature. It can even mean like yin and yang, because the Sun is very strong, powerful. The light is very strong and bright. And the Moon, of course, which is indirect sunlight, but the Moon is very soft. It's a gentle light, and it's tends to be equated more with the feminine nature, with yin, whereas the Sun tends to be equated more with masculine energy and yang. And please excuse any background noises, because I am in a neighborhood and sometimes my neighbors make noise. So, reciprocity between the two things that are different and yet complement each other. We're all working together at this time. All of our lives have changed because of the coronavirus. Some people have had a decrease in their activity, their outdoor activity. Some people have had an increase. Some people have had to work from home or have had their jobs decrease. They've lost jobs, lost work. Some people have been called to action. Okay, all the people on the front lines, all the people, doctors, nurses, healthcare workers, people in grocery stores, making deliveries, all the people, postal workers, everybody who is considered essential. Okay, there is this reciprocity going on, and it's actually as a result of something so traumatic and so, there's not even a word for what's happening, all the loss and the devastation, the loss of human life, the sadness, the grief, the people who are losing family members, the people who are losing friends. It's, during this time of tremendous loss and change, there's something beautiful emerging where there's a balance, there's a harmony coming into being. There were people who were not considered in our society as important, and now they are considered super important. People's roles in society are being seen more clearly. People are having a chance to see themselves more clearly, whether they're stepping up into a position of being needed more in a way that they never thought they would be, or if they're staying at home and having to kind of do soul searching, figure out ways to get through this time and figure out what's important to them, what to do with our time and our resources for those of us who are in quarantine. There is a reciprocity going on. We need them, but simultaneously, I say we need them because I'm in the group of people who are quarantined, and I'm an artist. What I do, yes, it's needed. I have a video about that on my personal YouTube channel, about the need to do art right now. But right now, I'm not needed on the front lines. My art is not needed at this time in order to help people and help people survive. And I know that. But it does not mean that I'm putting myself in this category of those of us who feel like, what do we do? How can we help? How does who we are matter right now? It does. It absolutely does. There's a reciprocal energy right now that whatever we can do, the ones in the category that I'm in, with the ones who are in quarantine and we're, sequestered and we have a lot of alone time and a lot of quiet time, we are needed. We are giving in the ways that we can, even though what we have to give at this very moment might not be needed at this moment. It's very necessary. Okay? So it's very important for each of us to give, to use our gifts, our abilities, our skills, whatever they may be, whether you're out there on the front lines or you are in a place of quarantine. Do what you do, and it is helping to bring harmony to this really tragic situation, this really horrifying. It's probably much more horrifying than I'm even aware of, because I only tune into the news here and there. I have the luxury of being able to do that. Some people do not. So my prayers go out to all the people on the front lines and all the people who are, going out to their jobs, their essential work jobs, and, doing work that is needed and necessary, and putting their health at risk for the rest of us. Okay? So that was only the first set of cards. So that's the first part of the message. The next part is, this is a page of Pentacles. Learning how to manage money, but not just money, physical world resources. He can be a student, but he's got this big coin. Coin can also be anything in the physical world. It can also mean our health, our physical health, and our physical well-being. We have what it takes to, through different, this is differences. The differences that came up with the Sun and the Moon card, those of us who have very different roles right now to play in very different places in what's happening. This is parts that are very different. See, they're all different shapes. There's triangle, there are spheres, there's, this like square, and yet it's perfectly balanced. This is coming back to balance and harmony and reciprocity, okay? That one side is no less important than the other. If you have a situation where one is more prominent than the other, it gets out of balance. Things get out of balance. This is saying that in the physical world, with our physical world resources, including our health, okay, we have what it takes to have balance and harmony. And it's in embracing what you can do in the physical world. What can you do? Okay? And here is another set of cards, the Two of Wands, which is a decision. It's a crossroads. And I know a lot of people, probably a lot of people watching this, are in the category that I'm in, which is we're sequestered, we are quarantined. But this is a crossroads. What do I do? What do I do with this? We have the answer. Whatever you choose to do, embrace it. Embrace it as a purpose, the only thing I can say is that I imagine that the healthcare workers and everybody out there on the front lines, it takes amazing people to do that. And I can only imagine that those people are thinking that they've got a purpose, they've got a job to do. It is equally as important for each one of us who are here, who are at home right now, to know what we have to offer and to bring that and to hold on to that sense of ourselves and to hold on to that self-knowledge and to hold on to that core of we know who we are, okay? And to know that it has a place. It's important, even though it's not needed right now in this very second with what's happening in our world. It might not be needed, but it might. And we need to do it in order for our well-being while we're sequestered and taken away from the world for a bit. We need to keep our well-being going, mental well-being, our physical well-being, our mental, physical, spiritual well-being is supported by continuing to do what we do and knowing without a doubt that what you have to offer and that your gifts, even at this time right now, are so important, so incredibly important, okay? The time and tide, wait for no one. I don't know what that's from. I know it's probably from a piece of literature, and I'm not recalling where it's from. I know it's a very famous quote, time and tide wait for no one. For some reason, it's coming to me that now is the time to embrace who you are, what your gifts are, even if you don't know why or what purpose they serve right now. Be sure that you have a place. You have a very important place to hold in the ebb and flow of everything. You have a very important place in keeping that place of harmony, okay? That figure eight, that figure eight is like that eternity symbol, okay? And that's like we all, in order to achieve harmony, we need to keep going with whatever it is we are doing, because the balance has shifted, and it's continually shifting day by day right now. It's a very intense time. It's a very important time. It's a very powerful time. Okay, here's another card. Here's an oracle card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And it's this beautiful, it says yin. Yin, and it's number 2. This reminds me of the I Ching. Yin, and it's very pink. Yin is the receptive. soften, its softness. It's actually really beautiful. I'll have you look at it. It's a bowl. It's it's a bowl or some kind of a dish where offerings are made. It's receptive. It's receptive to what is offered. Right now, even though in our situation, on our world situation right now, it's very clearly obvious where the ones who need to jump into action are. Okay? But the world is also in a very receptive place right now. For those of us who are at home, who are quarantining, we've been given the gift of time to explore ourselves and bring our gifts out. And yin, this is also allowing, this is very gentle feminine energy of receptive, surrendering, a gentleness. It is a softness. So it's going very gently with yourself and accepting and being very gentle with yourself, very compassionately. This pink is all compassion. Compassionately and lovingly, all that you have to offer. Okay? Embrace that. And here is Revelation. This is a Ganesh card. It's one of my absolute favorite oracle card decks is a Ganesh card. I don't know if you're all familiar with Ganesha. He's a Hindu deity, the remover of obstacles. And I absolutely love this oracle card deck. Here's Ganesha, Revelation. And if you look at him, he's looking at the spark of light, the sparks of light. And he's seeing very clearly. Through action, he has these other hands. He's not being complacent. He's not just sitting. There's a difference between being peaceful and contemplative and being complacent, which is almost equivalent to an unwillingness to act. An unwillingness to act. This is about becoming aware of what you have to offer. And then there's the card Jade, which is take action. And I realize the camera sees this as opposite. But this is Jade. It says take action. So look at your gifts. Look at what you have to do in the world. What is your work here? What is your purpose? What fuels you? What are you able to do and willing to do that lights you up, that fills your heart with joy, that thing that makes that zone happen? That zone where when we're in the zone, we forget time passes by very quickly because we're doing something we really love and that we're good at. If you don't already know what that is, there are many ways to find out. Start doing Google searches for online classes or online quizzes, or in order to find out what's important to you, or go onto YouTube and look at videos of things you're interested in. One thing leads to another. The internet, I love that word because the net, the web of all life. We're all connected. We're all connected. And what we have to bring to the world right now is very important, whatever that is. Whatever that is that you do that makes you light up. Even if it is a solitary thing. Like, I'm an artist. When I paint, I need to be alone. So whatever it is that lights you up, do that. And do it as a form of self-care. And also as an offering. As an offering to the world. You're holding the balance, okay? Because if you're just remaining in a place of complacency and fear and inaction, it's not going to help. Energy it's going to be stuck energy. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help anybody else. Whereas if you act, you know who you are, you know what you do, you know what you have to offer. You have a sense of purpose about something that you do. Even if you don't think it's important and it's not needed at this time right now, in an outward way, it is needed. I promise you that. It is needed, and I don't know where that came from, but I promise you that it is needed. Okay? So I hope this message was helpful to whoever watched this, whoever felt called to watch it. This was a bonus reading for this weekend of April 11th and 12th of 2020. And if you're watching it at a future time, I hope it resonates. If you were called to watch it, I wish everybody just please be safe, be smart, be aware, but not in fear, okay? Be aware, be safe. May you have everything you need. Be well, be safe. If you celebrate Easter too, happy Easter, okay? So, peace, love, and blessings to all of you. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay. Thanks for watching.